So in last session, we have discussed about the GUI of DNA Center.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
So they log in into this DNA Center. So basically, first version of DNA was 1.3, right?
Okay.
And the GUI, you can say the user interface of DNA Centers keep changing as per the version. Right now, if you see here, this it is, yeah. So you can see this. This is our version 2.3.3.6. All right.
Okay. All right.
So it is the updated version of, or you can say the latest version of DNA Center.
Okay.
But if you have installed 1.3, you will see all the sections here, one by one. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Like the network design, policy, provisioning, and you have the assurance, right?
Right.
But in this 2.3, you have to click on this. Then you'll have all the tabs here. All right.
All right.
So the first tab is about the design. Second, we have policy. Third, we have provisioning, assurance, workflows, tools, platforms, activities, reports, systems, and explore. Right.
Okay. Okay.
So we know that WLC is here from last, I think, 50 to 20 years, right? Okay. So whenever a new update of WLC comes into the picture, you'll see that there are no bigger changes, because WLC is an updated and you can say well developed controller. But right now DNA Center is something new, right?
Right.
It is trying to capture the market. So basically, you'll see that in DNA Center we'll have more and more feature coming in every update.
Okay.
So if you'll be working on 1.3, you'll see that you don't have all of these features under 1.3, but you have all of that feature in 2.3. So now if you go to the design, first of all, in design, you'll see network hierarchy, network settings, image repository, network profiles, and authentication template. All right.
Right.
So I have explained that what is a network hierarchy basically. So in network hierarchy, you can create your sites.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So for example, where are you right now? In which country?
Kuwait.
Kuwait. Okay. So we have added a new site, right?
Yes.
So it is Kuwait is a country, right? So what is the area? Sorry, not area. The building. So where are you located right now?
It's a place called Rigai.
What?
Rigai. It's a place. Rigai. It's called.
Okay. Let me say this.
Okay.
It's a place. Then we have to enter the address. Can you let me know the address of yours?
Just Safat, Kuwait.
S?
Safat. SAFAT. Yeah, Safat. I can put in. Yeah, we can put in that. Safat. It's Safat, Kuwait, basically.
Safat Street? No, it is in South Africa. So for the example, yes, this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And now you'll see that here we are in India, right?
Right.
We have site, and the other site is here in Kuwait.
Okay.
So now what I can do here, I have added Kuwait, and then Kuwait I have added a location with this, and then I can add a building also. Oh, sorry, a floor.
Okay.
So I can say fourth floor.
Okay.
You can upload the file also, and I said add. Yeah, I want to proceed without any maze. All right. So you can add multiple floors under an area or building. So
Okay.
this is Goet, then Nitesh, and then we have the building here, fourth floor.
Okay.
So if you'll click on fourth floor, it was asking you to upload a design, right?
Right.
So if you'll have that file, you can upload it to this and you'll see all the positioning of your devices, access point, WLC, and all of that stuff. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. The first thing that you'll create the hierarchy here, and you'll see that, okay, we have total these a number of sites and then floor wise, building wise, all of this. So you can add all the sites here.
Yeah.
And you would be able to see on all the sites on this map.
The site
Then,
is something like the campus location like that.
yes. So first thing is site. It is an area. It can be an area. Sorry, it can be like a big. Can say inside we have three components: area,
Okay.
building, and floor.
Okay.
Area where you're located right now.
Okay.
The like name of the building, or you can say the proper address, and then you can add floor to it.
Okay.
Okay.
If suppose if it's like a huge area,
yeah,
we
so
can
it
add
is
different
a huge area. You can add area, then you will add buildings, because for example, if you have a headquarter of a company, so in the headquarter of a company there would be multiple branches, right?
Right.
B1, B2, B3, like we have,
Yeah.
you can say you have 10 towers. So you can B1, building 2, building 3, building 4.
Yes.
Then you can add floors to each building.
Okay.
All right.
All
So
right.
this is how you can create the network hierarchy, or you can say you can create the network design in this tab.
Okay.
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 You can change the view here from here. You click on this, you'll get the geomap view. You will get the list view. B10, B9, building 1, it is. You can also click on the site settings summary. So on site settings summary, you will get the information of all this configuration. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if we go to the second option, network settings. So see here, it is you get option of network, device credentials, IP address pool, SP profiles, wireless, and telemetry. This was not available in 1.3 of DNA Center.
Okay.
Now, if you see, first of all, you have the configuration of network, right?
Right.
So you can see here, configure AAA, NTP, and image distribution servers using the add server link. Once device are discovered, DNA Center will deploy using these settings.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, this is a DNA Center right now. And this is your fabric. So this is your distribution 1, this is your distribution 2, this is your S1, and this is your S2.
All right.
See, whenever user will get connected to the S devices, they need to authenticate, or they need to perform 802.1x, right?
Right.
So in order to perform 802.1x, they should know that who is the ISE server, who is the AAA server, right?
Right.
To enforce the policies, even A2, they must have NTP synchronization so that they can have the policy at the same time.
Right.
So we have to synchronize the timing on the all the devices, right? Then you have to tell them that who is the DHCP server.
Yes.
So if you configure DHCP server or somewhere else, this E1 will act as
Really. Right.
relay
Right.
agent. User will give DHCP request to even know already that who is the DHCP server, right?
Right.
So this E1 will send the traffic to the DHCP server, and E1 will act as relay agent.
Got it.
You need to configure SNMP on it, right?
Yes. Right.
You have to define FTP server. Why FTP server? For example, you want to keep backup of the configuration. Or if you want to keep the backup of iOS file, then you need FTP or
Correct. Correct.
TFTP server, right?
Yes. Yes.
So you need all of these configuration on the S device. So first of all, you have to provide this configuration on DNA Center itself. So if you go to the DNA Center, and if you see here, you can see first is replay server, second is DHCP server, third is DNS server. You can provide DNS domain name. What is the domain name? Then you can provide the IP address of the primary DNS, secondary DNS. Okay.
Okay.
You can give 2 DNS IP addresses. Then you have to define the time zone, GMT. What are the time zone? You have, like, for example, US.
Okay.
Then message of the day. If you want to push the message of the day to the devices, you can push it from here, or you can click on this. Read it. What it is saying? It is saying that do not override the existing MOTD banner on the devices. If you've already configured a banner on your S1 or D1, D2,
Yeah, do not override.
or E2, right? If you've already configured a banner, so you can click on this. That do not override the existing MOTD banner on the device. Or if you
Right.
want the same banner on all the devices, then you can uncheck this and you can define your banner
Yes.
here.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Then, so now you'll see that these are the default servers. Okay. These are the default server.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
it is not giving you an option of FTP or NTP. Yes or no?
Right.
So for that you have to go add servers. So by default, even AAA is not there. Okay.
Okay.
So by default, you'll get option of DHCP and DNS only.
Okay.
You'll get option of defining DHCP and DNS only. You'll not get any option of defining
FTP.
all of these. So you have total 4 servers to add. You can add AAA. You can add image distribution. You can add NTP, or you can add slow stealth watch flow destination. So for example, if I want NTP in my network, so I'll click on NTP. I'll click on image distribution and I'll say okay. So when you do this, we'll get the option of NTP server. Okay.
Okay.
And you can add stealth watch also. No stealth watch flow destination configured. So basically right now we don't need stealth watch or image distribution here. So we can add only AAA and NTP.
Right.
1 minute, Nitish.
Okay.
Okay, Nitish. So you can see NTP address, right?
Right.
If you want to add NTP server, and you can add redundant NTP servers as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right.
Okay. Sure.
So you can add more than 1 NTP servers.
Okay.
But we don't need NTP server right now, so we need AAA. Under AAA, you can see network and client endpoint. Then you can see servers, ISE, AAA. So ISE and AAA. AAA will use in the case of if you are using ACS server, okay? But we are using ISE. Then you can see in protocol. If you want to use radius only, or if you want to use TechX also. So you click on the both. Sorry, here you can click on one. For network, sorry. Yes, for network, we use radius, and for client and endpoint, we can use radius here also. But we can also shift to TechX when you make the initial configuration. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, then you go to device credentials. CLI, SNMP V2C read, SNMP V2C write, SNMP V3, HTTPS, and HTTPS write. Okay. Now let me tell you something here. Okay. So let me open MS Paint. This is your DNA center. Okay, Nitish? Hello?
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So DNA center is somehow connected with our network. So this is my distribution 1. This is my distribution 1 or 2. This is my access 1. And this is my access 2. This is my default network, right?
Yes.
And somehow they are connected with this in the network. So a DNA center is reachable to D1, D2, and it is also reachable to A1 and A2. Okay. Now there are few things. First is known as device discovery. Now, discovery, and second thing is which is known as LAN automation. Okay. All right. It is. Are you there? Hello. This, are you there? Hello. So now, what will happen here? And it is you have two ways to onboard the device on the DNA center. Okay.
Okay.
First is you go to provisioning, you go to inventory, and you say add device.
Okay.
When you say add device, you have to provide the network device here. This is a network device, compute device, Meraki dashboard, or firepower management center. So if you are onboarding WLC access point, sorry, we don't have to onboard the access point. So if you are onboarding WLC router or switch, you have to choose network device. If you're using Meraki dashboard, you have to choose Meraki firepower management center. And I don't have any idea about this compute device, what it is. We'll see it. Now you have to provide the device IP. Okay. Or you have to provide what? Or you have to provide DNS name. All right.
All right.
Then, if you see here, you have to provide CLI access. You have to provide SNMP access. You have to provide HTTP, and you have to provide netconf. Right. And for CLI, you have two options. Either you can use SSH or telnet. All right. So basically, the DNS center will require CLI access of the device, netconf, SNMP, and HTTP. Okay. This is what this is. Mandatory. Mandatory. SNMP. Mandatory. And HTTP is optional. Right?
Right.
Hello?
Yes.
So if you're doing manually onboarding, you have to go to switch first and you have to make all the configuration. You have to enable SSH if you want it. You have to enable netconf.
Okay.
You have to configure SNMP. All right.
All right.
And you have to provide all of these credentials on the DNS center while you are onboarding the device. And the second option is the DNS center can discover the devices automatically, and the DNS center will push all the configuration. Okay.
Okay.
Or DNS center will push all the
So the first option is manual. So the
if
first option
you
is
want
manual.
that, what?
So the first option is manual, where we provide SSH, netconf, and SNMP configurations on the switches.
Yes, you provide it manually on all the switches, and then you configure IP address and you provide the reachability. And then you'll go to DNS center. You'll say that okay, this is the CLI password, this is the netconf, and this is the SNMP. Okay.
Okay.
And in the second case, you DNS center can discover the devices also. All right.
Yes. Right.
So when DNS center will discover the devices automatically, then if the device is discovered, DNA Center will push the configuration of SSH, netconf, SNMP, STTP. Okay.
Right.
So what you have to do here in this tab, design, network settings, and device credentials, you have to save the password here.
Okay.
You have to save the password. So you can say edit,
Okay.
name or description, username, password, enable password, whatever you want to configure here. Then if you want SNMP version 2 or SNMP version 3. So if you want SNMP version 3, you have to assign the credentials here.
Okay.
SNMP version 3. What is the policy? Otherwise, if you want to use SNMP 2, so you have to give read and write access. STTP. So this is what?
Optional.
This is must,
Yes.
must, optional. Okay.
Okay. Can we use SNMP version 3?
Yeah. So basically, you have both the options.
Okay.
You have to configure one of them. Either you can configure version 2 or you can configure version 3.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
Because you know the shortcomings of version 2. So we can configure version 3 for more security.
Right.
You have to configure one of them. So if you go to the manual onboarding, I take you to the manual onboarding again, provisioning, inventory, and add device. You can see here, if you click on SNMP, we are getting two options, either version 2 or version 3.
Yes. Yes.
Version 1 support is not there. Okay.
Mhm.
So then come back to this network settings. So you have to provide the device credential and you will save them. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You can manage credentials from here and you can read it also. So create credentials for the protocol used to access device, right?
Right.
Then choose one credential from each protocol to assign to the selected site. Click apply in the section below to push an assigned credential to the device site. To apply credentials globally, click manage credential and choose apply from the credential action drop down menu. So this is the configuration you have to make. And then you can go to Kuwait. You can apply it here. Site. All right.
Right.
So you can configure per site as well. And you can configure globally also. So as per my understanding, global option is best. All right. You can create the credential globally and then you can assign them to each and every site.
Right.
See, if you go to Kuwait, you can see all of them applied, right? You want to assign,
Right.
you can assign it to site Nitesh. If you
Right.
want.
Right.
Close. Then IP address pools. If you go to global, first of all, you have to define the pools here.
Okay. Yes.
You have to define the IP address pools on the DNA center. Okay.
Okay.
In the global mode. Then you have to go to each and every site and you have to do what? You have to reserve the pools. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So if I show you that, for example, if I add a new pool, I'll say I'm adding it for management VR. Okay. Generic or tunnel. So basically, we have to configure generic. IP version 4 or IP version 6. We want to use IP version 4. In IP version 4, I want to use this subnet.
Okay.
20.1.1.0 and subnet mask length is 24. Then,
okay.
Whenever you will offer the IP address, what would be the default gateway address? You'll say that 20.1.100. Okay.
Okay.
Who is the DHCP server? 172.6.1.110. The DHCP server IP you have given in network configuration. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes.
DNS server. DNS server is not configured. You can add it from here, but it is an optional configuration.
Right.
You can save. Now the pool is saved here, management VRF. You can see IP version 4 is used 0%, right?
Yes. Yes.
Then I'll go to Kuwait, to your side.
Okay.
Is there any option of create the group or add the DHCP pool? No. We have
No.
option of reserve.
Okay.
So you will reserve the pool. You can say floor 4, for example, or you can say it is office. We have to select for LAN global pool. Where is the pool? Yeah, the management pool. Now you have to define the prefix length. Do you want the whole subnet or you want number of IP addresses? See, if you will see that you want number of IP address as 45, all right, it will automatically create the subnets. It will automatically perform the subnetting here.
Okay.
Because you can see here the default subnet mask is /24. So
Yeah.
as per this /24, you can have IP addresses from 2.0 to 20.1.1.250.
Yes.
4, right?
Right. That.
But if you want only 45 IP addresses, so DNA Center will perform what?
Submitting.
Then you can say DHCP server. We haven't configured any DNS. It's
Okay.
So now you can see that this is reserved for you.
Okay. /26.
Nitish, can you see this?
Yes. Yes.
Automatic subnetting, right?
Right.
It is saying that, okay, if you want 45 hosts, then /26 is enough.
Okay.
Because in /26, we will get 62 IP addresses.
Okay. Okay.
Right now, 0% used. Right.
Right. Yes.
And then
This one we are creating is for the management of the devices.
what?
This IP subnet we are creating is for the management of the devices.
Oh, for the user as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Add it. Or you can use clone, or you can say release also. Okay.
Okay.
SP profiles. Quality of service. Profile name. You have to select the value, but right now no options are available. Device. Select the value. Like if you want 4th class, 5th class, 6th class, or 8th class. So you have to add from here more and more sites. Okay.
Mhm.
Save, you can remove. Then you go to wireless. Under the wireless, you are supposed to configure multiple things. So basically, we say here, first thing, let me zoom in. Yeah. Now you have the SSIDs here, right?
Right.
Go to global. Click on the global. Now I've configured few SSIDs. Okay.
Okay.
Guest, Flex Connect, Enterprise, DNAC 1, DNAC, whatever the SSID you want to configure, it is your choice. Okay.
Right.
Now, do you remember you have asked me one thing, that how we will deal with guest users in SDA Fabric, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So that they won't go through the core.
Yeah. So you can see here, if at the time of adding the wireless SSID, right?
Okay.
You are getting two options. First is enterprise and second is guest,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
So you have different types of SSID. You have two types of SSID, enterprise and guest. So you can
Right.
easily control the access of guest.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So if you click on enterprise, let's see what is in enterprise. First of all, name. For example, I can say DNAC. So you want 2.4, 5 gigahertz, 6 gigahertz. Yes. Otherwise, you can select on triple band operation with band select. So you can click on this also. All right.
Mhm.
Or you can see. So you have two options. Or you can click on 5 gigahertz only, 2.4 gigahertz only, or you can click on 6
Okay.
gigahertz only. But you know that this is not smart configuration. If this is an access point, right?
Okay.
If I'll push an SSID who does not support 2.4 gigahertz, and if I have a device, right, who does not support 5 gigahertz, or this device only supports which band?
Old
2.4 gigahertz band. So this device would not be able to connect into the network.
Yes. Yes.
So we should make sure that we use, or we choose which option? Triple band. Okay.
Okay.
Then this is what I love about wireless. Wireless is not making it complex for you, right?
Okay.
What wireless is saying? Wireless is saying that you have 4 classes. You have platinum classes, you have the gold, you have the silver, and you have the
Okay.
bronze.
Okay.
And it works like this. So platinum is having the highest priority, then gold, then silver, and then bronze. Okay.
You're just classifying the traffic, right?
No, it is, you can say, quality of service kind of.
Okay.
Okay.
QoS. So it's like classifying the QoS.
Yeah. So if you want to use this SSID for voice traffic, like for voice over IP, right?
Right.
Or for video, for best effort, or for non-real-time traffic. So you can select choice from here.
Okay.
Then next option. You want what admin status? Admin status means you want it to up or down. So if you say down, then it will not be like active. Okay. I said that it must be active, and then so we have two types of SSID. You always know that, right? We have one is hidden, and second is
Okay.
broadcast SSID.
Okay.
So what do you want? You want it as hidden or you want it as broadcast? So
Okay.
if you uncheck this, it means it will be a
Hidden.
hidden
Hidden.
SSID. I said I want it to be as broadcast.
Okay.
Next, what kind of security you want? Enterprise, personal, open sourced, or open? So you know that we don't want it to be open, right? So we want to be
Okay.
enterprise level, and then in enterprise we have options WPA, WPA2, and WP3. So WPA is not here. It means WPA is not supported. So you have only two options, either WPA2 or WPA3,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Now we have ISE. So if you have ISE, you can configure ISE as well. You can select the value of ISE and you can say configure. So the user must be authenticated through ISE, okay? And if you don't
Okay.
want this, you can say, yeah. But
Okay.
see, you can add ISE from here, okay?
Okay.
Back filtering, fast lane, deny RCM clients, enable posting. Now we don't want anything like this. You have not configured any AAA server for the SSID. Please associate one or more AAA server using configuring AAA link to ensure right configuration is pushed for the selected security setting. Default method list will be mapped if no AAA are configured. So we have the ISE, and I'll show you where is the ISE. So we'll say next, we'll say yes. Then
Okay.
you're getting more options, MFP client to protection, fast transition, neighbor list, session timeout, client execution, PSS max idle service, client user idle time, Redis client profiling. For this, you have to add ISE. Okay.
Okay.
Then next, we have to create an SSID profile. So you want to add profile. I can say DNAC class.
Okay.
Now it is giving you two options.
Okay.
Is it part of the fabric or not? It is the part of the fabric or no?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Right.
If your AP is the part of the fabric, then, or if this if the users who are connected with this SSID are part of fabric, then they will be using the VXLAN
Oh,
data plane. Do you remember?
yes. Yes.
Or otherwise, if they are not part of the fabric, then you have to define the interface management, or you can add any other interface with the appropriate configuration and VLAN ID. Okay.
Okay.
Then see, Flex Connect. Do you have any idea about Flex Connect?
No.
No. Okay. So I think you have idea about WLC, right?
Yes.
This is WLC and this is lightweight access point. And this is lightweight access point.
Okay.
And this is my D1, this is my access 1, D2, access 2. We have a user here and we have a wireless user. Okay.
Okay.
So if this WLC is located inside your network, what this lightweight AP will do? This lightweight AP will create a tunnel with WLC. Okay.
Okay.
And that tunnel is known as CapWeb tunnel. All right.
Yes.
Now, this CapWeb tunnel is for the control plane traffic. Like if you want to push any configuration from ISE to AP, ISE to AP configuration will be coming through this CapWeb tunnel. And CapWeb tunnel is using DTLS, data transport layer security, for the traffic encryption, and you can say for the data protection. All right.
All right.
What is happening here? in normal scenario, this user want to reach this user, so they cannot talk to them directly. This user
Yes.
will send traffic to
Controller.
AP will send it to WLC through the cab web tunnel.
Yes,
Then
yeah.
WLC will send it to this AP, and then AP will send it to,
Yes.
right?
The client. Yes.
But most of the time it is not possible. You will say why? Why it is not possible? Because, for example, this is my D1, this is my D2.
Yes.
And then R1, R2. This is my MPLS score, okay?
Okay.
And this is my data center.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
This is my data center, and my WLC is present in the data center basically.
Okay.
So what I'm doing, I'm managing my lightweight APs from
Data center.
from data center. So they're having the cab web tunnel with this WLC, AP1 and AP2. Both of them are having a cab web tunnel. So basically, here it is the APs here. So anyhow, they are reachable to the WLC, both the APs. All right.
Right.
Now, what is the problem? It is like, okay, it is, you can say it is acceptable that APs are getting the control plane traffic from WLC. If you want to configure SSID, you have to configure it on WLC, right?
Right.
If you want to configure any policy, you have to configure it on WLC, and WLC will push the configuration to lightweight AP. Now,
Right.
if this user wants to communicate with this user, what will happen here? This user will send traffic to lightweight AP. Lightweight AP will send it to all the way to WLC. Then WLC will send it back to
Yes.
this,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Now tell me, is it feasible solution?
No.
No, right? See, it is okay for control plane, no problem. But what about the data plane? Data plane is going through the WLC.
Right.
Right. So in this scenario, we have to configure our AP in which mode?
Flex.
Flex connect mode. Okay.
Okay.
And what is Flex Connect mode? So if you have configured Flex Connect mode, then AP don't need to send traffic by WLC. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, you can read it by yourself now. Just a second. Speaking from last 1 hour. So yeah, you can read it once.
Let's connect as a wireless solution for branch office and remote deployment. It enables customers to configure and control access point in branch or remote office from the corporate office through a wide area link without deploying a controller in each office. Okay, so it will be like the access point will be one of the access point will be relay like
What?
the access point.
Mm-hmm.
One of the access point will be a relay for the controller like that. It is
No.
concept.
See what it is saying that Flex Connect is a wireless solution.
Yes, for the branch
For
and
branch office and remote office deployment, it enables customer to configure and control access point in a branch or remote office from the corporate office through a wide area
right.
link without deploying a controller in each office. Okay.
Yes.
So here is the topology we had. Was it? This was the topology, right? So the
Yes.
WLC is located in the data center, and you have to configure the APs in Flex Connect mode. What will happen after that? In Flex Connect mode, your WLC is here,
Okay.
which is managing the APs, right?
Okay. Right.
And the WIAPs can exchange the data directly with either also. They don't have to send the traffic via WLC.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So yeah, you can read this also for more clarity. So basically, normally the AP is running in which mode? By default, AP is in the local mode.
Okay.
In which mode?
Local mode.
Local mode. Okay. So local mode tunnels traffic to the WLC and traffic has to egress from the controller. All right.
Okay.
But in case of Flex Connect with local switching place traffic on the switch port, the AP is connected to. And there are a lot of documentation on local mode versus Flex Connect local switching.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you have to decide first that is your WLC is located inside your fabric or WLC is located outside of your fabric. If WLC is located outside of your fabric, make sure that you are configuring
Hello.
you are configuring it is in Flex Connect mode. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So at the time of SSID configuration, you have to decide this. If you click on yes, it is not going to give you any option of Flex Connect. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And no means then you can connect Flex Connect local switching. And if you say Flex Connect local switching, in that case, what it is saying that traffic will be given to the switch port, right?
Okay.
The traffic will be given to the switch port, then VLAN is also required. So you'll have to provide the VLAN if the traffic is not going through WLC. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
VLAN for that SSID.
VLAN for the local switching.
Yeah. VLAN for local switching for the SSID, right?
Yeah.
For that SSID.
Then you have to click on associate profile and you'll say next. This is the configuration you have done. And then you can save it. Configure network profile. See, you have configured this SSID, but you haven't integrated this SSID with any of the site, right?
Right.
So you can see here, here it is, DNAC class. So I can say assign site. I can say assign it to Kuwait.
Right.
can assign it to 4th floor.
Right.
So now DNAC class is also associated with one
Yes,
site.
right.
So whenever you will onboard the WLC, it will be pushed to the WLC automatic. Then after wireless, in wireless, yes, and see, first option is about SSID. Then wireless radio
Yes.
frequency profiles.
Yes.
So we have total 3 profiles: high, low, and typical. Okay. If you want to add profiles, you can add here basic RF profile, medium, low, custom, high. Channel 1, 6, 11. Enable 802.11b data rates. So all of these configuration belongs to wireless. All right.
Yeah. All right.
So your wireless foundation must be strong to understand all of these fundamentals. And then after this wireless radio frequency, you can go to wireless interfaces and you add the interfaces here. Interface name, VLAN ID, save. Then antenna radio profile, AP authorization list, VLAN group, pre-authentication access control list, access point authentication for plug and play, Flex Connect VLANs, AAA, AP impersonation, all of these configuration related to wireless. Okay. And telemetry, SNMP traps, syslog, netflow, wired endpoint data collection, wireless controller access point, and wireless client health. Right?
Right.
See, let me tell you one thing. DNA Center and a doctor,
Mhm.
right,
Okay.
are same thing. You go to a doctor, right?
Right.
Doctor never tell you that what is the problem. He will ask you,
Yes.
like, how are you feeling with this? He will say
Right.
that I am feeling a little headache. Okay. On which part of your head, like a left, right, front, back, right?
Right.
How much pain it is?
Okay.
From what, like, for how many hours, for how many days you are having the pain in your head, right?
Okay.
So it will collect the information from you. Yes or no?
Yes.
If you don't know what happened, then what doctor will do? Doctor will go through the reports, right?
Right.
So basically, doctor is doing what? Doctor is just providing the solution on the basis of the data collected through
Right.
the reports or by you. So few information will be given by you, other information will be collected using reports. Your
Right.
blood reports, urine reports, everything, right?
Right.
The same thing is DNA Center. DNA Center is saying that, okay, we will give you a telemetry service, but for that, you have to allow us the access of your device.
Okay.
You have to go to the device and you have to configure SNMP traps so that the device will send the SNMP traps to the DNA
Right.
Center, or you can send it to an external SNMP trap server also.
Right.
But I'm using DNA Center as SNMP server. Then syslog, system logs, then netflow,
Right.
then wired endpoint collection,
Right.
then wireless controller access point and wireless clients. So the DNA Center will ask all the information from the device, and then it will build a report, right?
Right.
In a good way. In a good way means you can easily understand it. So if the data is given to you, you would not be able to understand it correctly. So what DNA Center will do, DNA Center will collect the information, all right?
Right.
And it will provide you a report. So basically, if you configure telemetry and you go here, system health. Okay. System 360. Now, here we are not able to see the device health, we should have the access of system health for this. This tab is not working, I think, right now. You will get all the information here. Okay. Maybe we can go to inventory. We can click on the device and we can see here now we haven't enabled inventory yet. Inventory in right now this tab is not working, but it works normally. Okay.
Okay.
I'll show you. Don't worry. Network devices. Next. All right. So now we go back to the network settings. Telemetry for the, you can see. You can read it from above.
Configure syslog maps that network properties from your devices. System will deploy these settings when the devices are assigned to a site or provision. DNA Center is your default SNMP selector. It pulls network devices to gather telemetry data. Right. Yes. By default, we can use all DNA Center itself.
What?
To collect we can use DNA Center as the default SNMP syslog NetFlow servers, right? As a service, we can.
Yeah. By default, DNA Center will act as the SNMP server, but if you want, you can configure any other device as SNMP server also. Okay.
Okay.
Then image repository, as I think I've told you already, but no worries. It will give you a tour. So basically, you can upload the images here. Okay. You can import images from your laptop or from Cisco directly.
Yes.
You can enter URL or you can enter select ISSU compatibility matrix. So if you have any file in the laptop, CZ file, bin file, image file, tar, SMU, PI, AES, ISO, OVA, tar, whatever the file format, okay?
Okay.
You can upload it to DNA Center. So DNA Center will store it in its repository. Whenever you need to update the device, you can upgrade it through DNA Center itself. Okay.
Okay.
Normally, how we do it? This is your switch. Somehow you have to make the switch reachable to TFTP server. All right. You copy the file on TFTP server. Then you go to the switch and you say copy flash from TFTP. And you tell the file name, for example, ios.bin. Then switch will send request to TFTP server and TFTP server will send file to switch. Switch will store it in flash. Then you can remove the previous iOS. Then you can remove the previous iOS and you can use this new iOS in switch. But by default, this is very complex if you have to update multiple devices, right?
Right.
You can do the same thing through
DNA Center.
DNA Center.
Recording in progress.
Now, network profiles basically are the profiles you have created at the time of wireless, and you can add more profiles for assurance, firewall, routing, switching, telemetry applies, and wireless. So
Okay.
you can see right now all of these profiles
Wireless, switching and
wireless, right?
Right.
So basically the issue is I was not sure about the class that we'll have class today. So I don't have the rack right now, or rack is off right now. Otherwise, I'll show you that what is the use cases of this. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see. We will be able to see it in the next class, not today.
Okay.
See, Nitesh, do one thing next time. Okay.
Okay.
Please inform me prior. I thought we are not have the class today.
Okay. I'll inform.
So if you're ready for the class, please inform me that Amit,
Sure.
please turn on the rack.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So then you can go to the authentication template. Here you have three templates: closed, low impact, and open authentication. If you click on the closed, you have two options. Eight zero two one X and map. Okay.
Okay.
What is map now? Map stands for
Map, my bypass. Like if a device is not able to authenticate by 802.1q, we can
yes.
pass them through the methods.
Right. So as we know that in 802.1x we have three roles. First is we have supplicant, right?
Right.
Second we have authenticator, and third we have authentication server.
Right.
So basically, authenticator is the switch, supplicant is the user, and ISE is the server.
Right.
So for example, if this is a Windows machine support supplicant, right?
Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So as you know that few of the devices does not support supplicant, right?
Yes.
Like we can say camera or printer, but we
Yes.
still need to authenticate them. So what we can do in that scenario, we can say MAC authentication bypass. So map can be configured of two types, either as or fallback.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
If this is a switch port, you can configure it. Like if any of the device connect to this port, you have to just perform map.
Okay.
Or this is switch. This is a port.
Mhm.
So you can do what? You can say to the switch port that first you have to perform .1x and then map.
Okay.
So .1x, please try .1x first. If .1x is not successful, you can fall back to
Okay.
map. Okay.
Okay.
So this is fallback map. So now you can say first authentication order at 0.1x, second, sorry, first authentication order at 0.1x, and second is
Okay.
back.
So it will
And you can
reboot
see
automatically.
yeah, default timer is 21 seconds.
Oh,
You can say that first you have to try around 60 seconds for at 0.1x, then you can fall back to map. Or you can make
normal,
it
like right now, current setup, is there a rollback like this? Like 20 seconds, is it there?
yeah, default I think is 30 seconds. I don't know the exact timing, but it must be less, right? So you can set it to like 10 seconds.
Okay, fine.
You can set it to 20 seconds.
Okay.
Make on LAN, number of hosts, single, unlimited. If you say single host, you can say unlimited host.
Okay.
Then you can say submit. Close authentication, low impact. Low impact, we have other options as well. And you can say open authentication. In open authentication, it's like welcome everyone. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the design tab. Next tab is policy. In under policy, you have AI endpoint analytics. You have group-based access control. So we will focus on group-based access control. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Basically, the group-based access control is controlled by ISE, Identity Service Engine. Identity Service. Hello.
Okay.
Are you there, Heather?
Yes.
Nitish?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. The group-based access control is controlled by ISE.
Okay.
And you have to integrate ISE with DNAC first, then you would be able to use this.
Okay.
Right. So you can see policies. You can see that under the security group, all of these are default as it is present on ISE, right?
Right.
So you'll say that how we can add ISE to the DNA center. So you have to go to system, you have to go to settings, you have to go to authentication and policy servers. So now you can see here, I have already added the ISE to the DNA center.
Yes.
Protocol is radius TechX, type is ISE, status is active. Action. Under the action, you can see edit or delete.
Okay.
So now you'll see what are the requirements. First requirement is please make sure that PX grid is enabled on the ISE. So there is a PX grid service on the ISE must be enabled. Okay. So if I show you 192.168 2.151 login, here you can see that I have management PC, Windows Server, DNAC, WLC, and ISE.
Yes.
So I'll take remote of my Windows Server.
Okay.
Can you see this DNAC center? Sorry.
Windows Server.
This is Windows Server, right?
Right.
So if open the Chrome, in Chrome I have already opened ISE. So IP of my ISE is 172.16.1.201.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And you can see the same IP address on DNS
Yes.
172.16.1.201.
Yes.
Now, if we go to the ISE and we open it, loading, policy, sorry, administration, system. Under system, you have to go to deployment, and on the deployment, click on ISE. So under the My ISE, here is the service, PX grid. Okay.
Okay.
So by default, PX grid is disabled.
Okay. Enable.
Yeah, by default, PX grid is disabled. You have to enable it and you have to save.
Okay.
You will say that, is there any other way to see the PX grid service? Yes, we have another way also, which is okay. So if I go to my PC and if I say open file location, copy and paste. So basically the AD server was not having the putty. Putty is here, okay. It's a bit slower. Can you see the putty? Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you see the putty?
Yes.
172.1. Sorry. (16.1.201) SSH. Accept. Admin. Can you see the CLI with this?
Yes.
All right. So this is the CLI access of our putty. It is very slow. Start the session. It's not working. Yeah, show application status dot ISE. So you can see it here. PX Grid infrastructure services running. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see it through the CLI or as well as from the GUI.
Okay.
So from CLI, the command is show application status ISE. So please make sure that this is
Enabled.
Now go to the DNA Center again. I have already added an ISE, so it is not giving me an option to add another ISE. Okay, but it is giving me an option to add AAA, which is for like ACS or other AAA servers.
Okay.
But it is not giving me the option of adding an ISE again.
So one ISE only for DNA Center.
Yeah. Just 1 second. I go to call. Now, so the first requirement is
PX Grid.
second. Just give me 1 second. Hello.
Yeah.
Second,
Okay.
DNA Center must be able to resolve
Okay.
FQDN of ISE. FQDN stands for
Full quality domain.
fully qualified
Okay.
domain
Yes.
name. Fully qualified domain name. Now,
Yes.
this is my ISE. This is my Windows 2016 server, and this is my DNAC. All right. Okay. So for this Windows server is acting as my AD server as well as DNS server.
Okay.
IP address of this is 172.16.1.200. IP address of this is 172.16.1.201, and IP address of this is 172.16.1.1110 or 100. This is the IP address of DNA basically.
Okay.
So on DNA I have given multiple DNS, and one of the DNS is 172.16.1.200. All right.
Right.
So on the AD server, or sorry, on the DNS server, I configured an IP. For example, my ISE .cisco.com, and IP address is 172.16.1.201. All right.
Yes. All right.
So at the time of integration, DNA will ask you about FQDN. DNA Center will ask you about the FQDN.
Okay.
Okay, let me do this for you. Let me remove it.
Okay.
And you will do it from scratch. Delete. Okay. Because practically you will be able to understand it. See, Problem is AAA setting cannot be deleted, cannot delete AAA with IP address FQDN my Cisco.com as it is associated with network setting for group global. So basically maybe we have associated it somewhere.
We need to remove it from there.
Yes. Remove it from here, then save.
Okay.
For client endpoint, save. Okay. Go to the settings, go to settings here, authentication and policy server, delete. Okay. Where it is configured now. Okay.
Okay.
So it was in global. We have removed it from the sites. So we have to remove it from global basically. Save.
Okay.
Now go to system, go to settings, go to authentication and policy server, go to edit, delete. Yeah. Will take a few seconds. Yeah. Now ISE is deleted.
Okay. Okay.
Now see add ISE. Just 1 second.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, Nitish. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So first of all, you have to give the server IP address here. So IP address of the server is 172.16.1.201, right?
Okay. Right.
In the shared secret, we can give it Cisco because this key will be used for the devices. I'll show you what is the
Between each other.
what is the significance of this key. I'll show you. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Then username. Username of ICE. Username of ICE is admin and the password.
Okay.
Password for my ICE is capital CCIE@123 FQDN. I don't remember what was the FQDN of ICE, so I have to go to my server and I have to check it.
Okay.
The server must have the entry of ICE FQDN. Okay.
Okay.
Till the time this server is coming up, IP address of my DNA center is 2.110 SSH. Okay. Password of DNA Center. And otherwise, I can go for the DNA. Maglev. See, system information is disabled due to load higher. Okay, load is higher in this case. That's why the information is.
Not display.
So we will not be able to see it, but you have to provide the IP address of AD server on this DNAC also. Means
Right. The DNS server.
the DNS server. Yes.
We can't
Now
go
if we go to our AD server view. Don't know why it is so slow. Basically, server manager is not responding. Tools, DNS. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the temperature in Kuwait right now?
Here it's around right now. Just a moment, let's check. Not so cold.
Okay.
Pretty good. Pretty good. 16 degrees.
Here it is 23 today. It's like sunny day, basically.
It's good, but little chill. You can say little chill.
Yeah. My God, why so slow? Leave it. Go to Windows. Server from here. Say full screen. Send key. Control Alt Delete. Password. This is my DNS server and AD server also. We got the access of AD server now. Sorry, DNS server. View.
Okay. Okay.
Tools. DNS. Forward lookup zone. Cisco.com is my domain. Okay. And here we have the ISE. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen. Yes, I can.
Here is my ISE. 172.16.1.201. This is the
Yes.
entry with my DNS.
Right.
From my ISE DNS properties.
Host.
Yeah. It's now sorry, annoying. So yeah, this is the domain name of ISE. Okay.
Okay.
So my ISE.cisco.com.
Right.
Exit from screen, go to DNS Center and enter this domain name here.
Right.
So my ISE.cisco.com.
Right.
Virtual IP address not required. Advanced settings. Select to TX grid, radius plus TechX both,
Okay.
and then F. But please make sure that the thing is able to resolve this. Okay.
FQDN and
basically, let me tell you one thing here. Sorry.
Okay. Basically, FQDN and PX grid should be enabled.
Yes. So what ISE will do? ISE will send its certificate.
Okay.
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 In certificate, ISE will send its FQDN and
yes. Okay.
its IP address.
Okay.
ISE will send its FQDN and its IP address in the certificate. All right. What DNA Center will do? DNA Center will try to resolve this FQDN. This FQDN.
Okay.
And in this FQDN, IP address must be 172.16.201.
Right.
The IP address present in the
certificate.
Okay. If DNS Center would not be able to resolve this FQDN, DNS Center would not be able to match this IP address and this IP address. So DNS Center will not be trusting the certificate, ISE certificates. Okay.
Right.
So in that case, DNS Center will deny that I don't want to, I cannot integrate with this ISE.
Right.
This is the relation. This FQDN IP address and the IP address present in the certificate must be same. Okay.
So it's like once we initiate, once we enter the ISE details, the ISE itself will send the certificate regarding this.
Yeah, see, DNS Center and ISE will exchange certificate with each other for the authentication purpose. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see it now. Don't worry, you'll see it now. Okay. Add. Integration is in progress.
Okay.
Is waiting for user input. See, can you read it?
This is the first time DNS Center has seen this certificate from ISE and it is not yet trusted. Do you want to accept the certificate?
I'll say that view certificate. When you view certificate, in certificate you can see.
Right. FQDN.
FQDN. The FQDN is
myISE.com.
And it also having the IP address, which is not visible right now. It must have the IP address also. Okay.
Right.
I'll say, yeah, I trust.
Okay.
Establishing trust. Done. Done. Connecting to PX grid.
So right now the DNA Center integrates with the
ISE.
ISE, which not the admin, right?
What?
It's not with the admin ISE. It's with the for ISE there are 3 modes, right? Admin.
See, there's actually there are personas.
Personas, yes. The personas, yes.
Yep. So you know that we are going to integrate with the primary PAN,
Okay.
policy administration node.
Yes.
If you're using a cluster of multiple ISE connecting to PX grid, fail to download PX grid at point search. This might be due to internal CA certificates and issue on Cisco ISE. See, it is going, sometimes it will behave like this.
Okay.
So you can try it again. We can cut it from here and we can say retry. Okay, but it will work out. No need to worry. Sometimes you need to restart the ISE as well. Okay.
Okay. So DNS Center is going to connect with the service node, primary
What?
service node. So DNS Center is going to connect with the service node, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, I'm running all the personas on the same ISE right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it is telling us this error. All right. I haven't seen this error before, but it will authenticate. Either I'll have to refresh the DNA Center or I'll have to restart the ISE. Okay. Your responsibility is to make sure that ISE should pass first 3 steps. Okay. Actually, Nitesh, you will not believe.
Okay.
I have worked on this for around 4 to 5 days. Actually, my ISE and DNA Center was not integrating with each other. Actually, the problem was I haven't given the internal DNS server IP to DNAC.
The DNS end. Okay.
Right.
Right.
So what DNAC was trying to do, DNAC was trying to resolve the FQDN and ISE was giving it certificate. So what DNAC was doing, DNAC was trying to match the IP present in the certificate with the FQDN IP, but it was not able to resolve FQDN. So that's why it was giving error again and again, like certificate error. So if your first 3 steps are done, then no need to worry. You have to just restart the ISE and you can integrate it again. Okay. Yeah. But it will be integrated. No need to worry about it. Okay. So from here you can add the ISE and you have to make sure of few things before doing this. And let me show you. Sorry, not DNAC. We need to open Windows Server full screen. What happened to it?
Oh, no.
Can you see the ISE?
Okay.
Bye bye.
Okay.
Yes. So when your DNA will be integrated with ISE, you will see it here. Okay. On PX grid services, can you see it? Nitesh?
Yes.
So you will see it here on this list. And if you go to administration and you go to network devices, can you see all of these devices?
Yes.
All of these devices are present here. You know why? Because of my ISE and DNA was integrated before,
Okay.
right? So what ISE will do, when you will integrate DNA center with ISE, DNA center will push all the devices to the ISE server. Okay.
Okay.
And you can see here, I was giving a key. That key is used for radius connection.
Okay. That's key exchange.
I was giving a key there, right? Cisco.
Right.
So this key is used between the device and the ISE server, not with the DNA center. Device means your edge devices or your distribution switches will go to ISE directly for the user authentication and for device administration. At that time, ISE will authenticate the switches and routers using this key. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So right now it is not working, but that's not a big issue here. All right. So
Okay.
it will be integrated. But you just have to take care of few things, as I've told you. Once I'll restart the ISE, it will work. Okay.
Okay.
But it will take around half an hour to restart the services, because ISE will restart quickly, but PX grid services will take time to come up. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll do this and I'll show you it in the next class. This is all for today.
Okay. We will try one more time. We can try it one more time. I'll try it again. If I can try it in the class.
What?
If I can try this later on, if I can try this integration alone by myself.
Yeah, see, I'll provide you access. Don't worry.
Okay.
First, I'll show you in the next class, and then I'll provide you the credentials, and you can try to do this. Okay.
Great.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thank
so
you.
That's all for today. We have a lot more to discuss. Okay.
Sure.
I hope you have enjoyed.